continue to dominate over in La France, of course, this weekend, but they still dropped a couple of points. Breathing down the necks is the one and only Lorient. Can they continue to do what they do? We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Battles again. A prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 11 in this year's league. And we'll get to that in just a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe and bang. All things La France related, World Cup related, Rovers related. We're going to all here, boys. Under one Ruski, of course. PSG, yet they still remain at the top of the table, but Marseille, the biggest rivals, or of course nearest and dearest, dropped a couple of clangers this weekend. But Lorient continue to do what they do and move up to second in the table. Of course, what's going to go on this weekend? We're going to take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get into it and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this, of course, Ligue and see how we are getting on, of course, including the prediction. Let me just clean this up a little bit here. I think that'll do. I think that will bloody do. So here we go then. Recap of the results this past weekend, of course, then kick on forward to the next round of games. So Olympique Lyon against Toulouse, who had nothing to lose, but they got themselves a point, 1-1 in the end. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Marseille did lose to Ajaccio, surprise, surprise. I went with a 3-1, and I didn't get anything on that one. PSG also started against Reims, just a point for them, of course. I went with a 2-1 win for PSG. I knew it would be a difficult game, but didn't know it would be this difficult. Monaco with a big 2-0 win over Montpellier in the Battle of the M's. I remember the 2-1, but of course it was 2-0, so good result there. Clermont with the 2-1 win over Auxerre. They are struggling. Of course, I went with the draw. Nice with a 3-2 win over Troyes, which is very, very nice. 2-0 win for me. Angers lost to Strasbourg 3-2. I went with a 2-1. Brest did lose to Lorient 2-1, of course, got the one bang on the nose. Rennes with a 3-0 win over Nantes. I went with a 2-0. And Lille did beat Lens 1-0. I went with a draw. I went with a draw on that. So I did all right, but basically I think my picks were pretty pants. Of course, take a look at the table. It looks like this. PSG yet to taste defeat. Of course, sitting pretty with 26 points on the board. But breathing down next in second spot is Lorient. How long can they keep going on? I think they were my tip for the drop. With Marseille in third, Lens in fourth, and Monaco in fifth. And then we've got some big boys. Rennes, Lens, Clermont up there in eighth. Well done to them. Brest, Nantes, Ajaccio, and Angers going down now. In a very, very familiar looking bottom end of the table. But anyway, here's the link, or the leaderboard, shall we? Of course, Alex with 7. Raymond Reggie up there with 7. And Yannick up there with 6 as well. So well done to you guys for doing very, very well this past week. What about the overall leaderboard? Well, look at this. Then Costas Gay, he's okay. Ultra Omer, of course, some names from the past. Long guys. They've been here with me a long, long time there. Of course, 55 points for them. 53 points for Yannick. And then they're chasing bloody pack. So well done to everybody keeping on the heat. But we can just keep on bloody go. And of course, here's the link. League. It is free. Get in amongst it. But of course, the games do not stop. So here come the next ones. Of course, come out to this coming weekend. There are kicking it all off from Friday, October the 14th. And we're going to start with Strasbourg up against Lille. Now, these two sides have played each other 34 times since 1993. 10 wins for Strasbourg, 13 wins for Lille, 11 draws. Of course, Strasbourg are just 1 win and 6, 42% form for them. Against the Lille side, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form for them heading into this. That's the round over in Strasbourg. It was a 2-1 win for Lille. That's back in September 2021. Lille unbeaten against Strasbourg over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and a draw. But they covered this also on a 1-0 win over Lens, a big win that was for Lille. Meanwhile, Strasbourg with a 3-2 win over Angers, of course. But the odds for this game coming at you right here on Friday, October the 14th. Oh gosh, it's in funky order, funky flavour here. But a quick flick of the button, and of course we know, cheeky. 9-5 is your Strasbourg, 29-20 is your Lille, and 9-4 is the draw. Back in Lille here to get a point on the road. 1-1 in the end. And of course, Lille will move up a little bit, or at least closer to 6th spot, but no movement, none the same. Lorient, of course, who are in 2nd spot up against Reims, who are down, of course, down there in 15th. Of course, played each other 21 times, 2003, 11 wins for Lorient. We've got 4 wins for Reims, and we've got 6 draws, of course. Lorient, they're winning 6 on the bounce, 100% form for them. Up against the Reims, they're winning 5, 42% form for them heading into this. Of course, last time around over in Lorient, it was a 2-1 win for Reims. That was back in May 2022. Lorient just lost once against Reims over the last 6. That was the last one, no, the most recent as well. Looking at the recent results, of course, 2-1 win for Lorient over Brest. Reims with a 0-0 draw against PSG. Back-to-back draws for them heading into this. But of course, coming at you, the odds, we have 5-4 is your Lorient, 11-5 is your Reims, and 23-10 is the draw here. Of course, Lorient in second spot can mathematically, in fact, can go top spot here with a win. I'm going to give it to them as well. 2-1 win for them over Reims. In fact, they could be top for at least 24 hours. None the same. Lens up against Montpellier. Of course, Lens are at in fourth spot. They can mathematically go up as third, with a win up against the Montpellier side, who are in 10th spot at the moment. Of course, played 33 times. So 1993, we got 18 wins to Lens, 9 wins to Montpellier, 6 draws, of course. Just one defeat there on the past 6 for Lens right now, 67% form. Up against the Montpellier side, just won once in the past 5, 33% form over the last 6. Last time around over in Montpellier, it was in Lens, it was a 2-0 win for Lens back in April 2022. Montpellier, they'll pick up a 2-0 loss against Monaco. Lens with the 1-0 loss against Lille. Of course, Lens just 1 goal conceded over the last 4 games, of course, but they're coming to this on with the bookies a favour 9-4 on for the victory. 7-2 is draw, 11-2 is your away win. Of course, so Lens coming into this on the back of it, their only defeat this season, but they're taking on Montpellier, who are in 10th spot. Of course, I'm back in Lens here with a 2-0 win for them, clean sheet as well, and again potentially go up as high as 3rd in the business. Meanwhile, into Sunday we go. We've got Toulouse, who have got nothing to lose, up against Angers, of course. They played each other 11 times in 1983. 5 wins for Toulouse, 2 wins for Angers, and 4 draws. Of course, Toulouse, though, just 1 loss the last 4, 42% form for them over the last 6. Angers, though, 33% form over the last 6, winning twice, of course, over the last 6 games. Angers, though, unbeaten against Toulouse over the last 3, and haven't conceded a goal against them in the last 3. And last time they played each other in Toulouse was a 2-0 win for Angers. That was back in September 2019. Angers, though, 3-2 loss against Strasbourg. Toulouse with the 1 more draw against Lyon. The odds right here right now, got 65 on. Is your Toulouse at 40-5 is draw. 40-5 is also your away win. But back in Toulouse, I've got nothing to lose to get a point against Angers. Probably more than that, though. I think I could even change that to a 2-1, but going to go with a 1-1 just to save face here. Auxerre up against Nice, very nice. Of course, Auxerre on the brink of the relegation spots up against Nice side, who are climbing the table slowly but surely. Played each other 28 times in 1984. We've got 15 wins for Auxerre, 10 wins for Nice. I've got 3 draws, of course. Auxerre, though, 8% form for them. Haven't won the last 6. Up against the Nice side, of course, 58% form, winning 3 of the last 6. Of course, heading into this game. Last time around, over in Auxerre, we have a 2-1 win for Auxerre. That was back in December 2011. Of course, I was back in Ligue 1. Nice, though, have won 3 of the last 4 games against Auxerre, both home and away. Auxerre, though, did lose to Clermont 2-1 loss. Nice with a 3-2 win over Troyes most recently. But the odds, we have 11-4 is your host, and 13-5 is draw. 2019 on is your Nice, which is very, very nice. 2-0 with for Nice, very nice. 3 points in the bag, and away we go. It's Troyes up against Ajaccio, of course. Come at you over in Stade de Lille. Played 22 times, 12 was for Troyes, 8 was for Ajaccio. We've got 2 draws, of course. Troyes, though, 50% form, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 up against the Ajaccio side. We've won twice in the past 3 games, 33% form over the last 6. Last round, though, in Troyes, it was a 1-win for Troyes. That was in Ligue back in February 2021. Troyes unbeaten against Ajaccio over the last 5 games, picking up 4 wins and a draw. But Troyes picking up a 3-2 loss against Nice wasn't very nice. And Ajaccio with a 2-1 win over Marseille, which is very, very nice. Meanwhile, the odds right here right now, 5-4 is your Troyes, 11-5 is your 23-10 is your away win here. Back in a 2-1 win for the Troyes, who are in 12th. That potentially could see them up to 9th, maybe leapfrogging Lyon in the process. Nantes up against Brest, of course, coming at you this coming Wochenende. Of course, both sides are in the drop zones. In fact, it's 20th up against 19th in the table. Put 15 times, 2004, 10 wins for Nantes, 3 wins for Brest. And we've got 2 draws, of course. Nantes, though, 8% form for them, haven't won the last 6. Stade, Brest, though, 17% form without a win in the last 6 as well. Last round, though, over in Nantes, it was a 2-0 win for Nantes. That was in the Coupe de France back in January 2022. Last time the Ligue was a 3-1 win for Nantes as well. In fact, Nantes unbeaten against Brest over the last 6. We get 5 wins and a draw. And of course, coming at you, Nantes, though, did lose to Rennes. In fact, back-to-back games now without a goal. Scoring 1 goal in the last 5 games have Nantes. Brest, 2-1 loss against Lorient. The odds right here right now, we've got 21-20 is your host, 12-5 is your 5-2 is your away win here. Back in, of course, Nantes with a 1-0 win, get the goal, and of course 3 points. Got to be massive, and that could actually get them out of the drop zone this coming weekend. Rennes up against Lyon, the game of the day, or the weekend even. Pledges 56 times, 1994, 60 wins for Rennes, 23 wins for Lyon. We've got 17 draws, of course. Rennes, though, 83% form, haven't lost in the last 6. Up against the Lyon side, who've, of course, what's that? Winless in the last 5, 25% form for them as well. Is that new manager, Laurent Blanc, in there? I believe so. Meanwhile, of course, last time played over in Rennes was a 4-1 win for Rennes back in November 2021. Rennes with a 3-0 win over Nantes, who have got Kiev this weekend in the Europa League. Rennes, of course, did lose. Lyon lost drew with Toulouse this past weekend. Sorry, my mind went a weird way there. Of course, come back to the odds right here, right now. We've got Rennes 13-10, 90-10 is your away win, and 13-5 is the draw here. We're back in Rennes here with 2-0 win for them, 3 points in the bag and away, and they go. Monaco against Clermont Foot, who are flying high up into 8th and potentially could go as high as 6th in the table. Monaco on 5th, and they could actually go 3rd with a win and a little bit of lady luck. Of course, played to the 7 times, 5-5 with Monaco, 1 win for Clermont Foot, 1 draw. Of course, Monaco winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form up against the Clermont Foot side, just 1 defeat in the past 5 games, 58% form over the last 6. Last time around, though, over in Monaco, it was a 4-0 win for Monaco back in January 2022. Monaco unbeaten against Clermont Foot over the last 4 occasions, winning 4 in the bounce, in fact. Monaco picking up a 2-0 win over Montpellier, and of course, Clermont Foot with a 2-1 win over Auxerre. The Augs here, 3-1 honours in Monaco, 4-1 draw, 8-1. Your away win here, back in Monaco, 3-1 win. That could actually see them go up to 3rd in the table. But what a zinger we do have. It is the game of the weekend. It's PSG up against Marseille. It's over at the Parc des Princes, of course. Played 63 times in 93, 33 wins for PSG, 17 wins for Marseille, 13 draws. Of course, PSG, though, unbeaten in the last 27 games, of course. 83% form over the last 6. Marseille, though, just a couple of wins in the last 5. 58% form for them heading into this, of course. Last time around, over at the Parc des Princes, was a 2-1 win for PSG. PSG unbeaten over Marseille over the last 4 occasions, pick up 3 wins and a draw. Marseille did lose to Ajaccio. PSG could back-to-back draws for them, drawing with Benfica, drawing with Reims, and of course they're taking on Benfica once again. Ain't no easy match, and of course if they lose that, it could be coming into this a bit of a whimper against Marseille, of course, who need a win to get themselves back in the mix on this one. Of course. Come at you then. The odds right here, right now. We've got a PSG 3-1 on for the race. 52 is your away win, and 70-4 is the draw. I'm going goals here. 3-2 win PSG, which of course, if I'm right, and if I'm right across the board, this is what the table will look like. It'll be PSG with 29 points, Lorient with 28, 4-point gap between them and Lens. Marseille 23rd, Monaco are in 23rd as well. What do you think about that? Let me know down below. And of course, if you want to get involved, cut the Ligue 1. It is free. And of course, hopefully we'll see what you got on next time around. Not you know what you got on. We'll see what you predicted. I don't want to see what you got on. But anyway, make sure you smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash the little bell. Of course, we'll be back for some more action next week. But until then, guys and girls, be safe out there. And of course, get subscribing and get predicting. Until then, we're done.